Okay, we are on to the 48th law of power, and I just want to thank each and every one of you, just everyone that watched all of these videos. It's crazy to think that this channel has gotten to this place. Like, I had this idea a few months ago to just go through the laws of power and talk about them, and it kind of evolved into something else, and it kind of evolved into my main passion right now, my main source of purpose. Like, I feel like this is just so fun, it's just so interesting, and it can provide so much value to people, and it's like, it's so easy for me to do, and it's so fun that, like, I don't know, I can't say enough. And the fact that people would just listen to it, I appreciate each and every one of you. So here's the last 48 laws of power video. Law 48, assume formlessness. And this is very similar to that Bruce Lee saying, be like water. And I know I say water weird, I'm sorry if you didn't catch up on that already. I can't say water, but again. Anyway, on to the video. Assuming formlessness is something that we need every day more and more. Like, we need to be the master of everything. We need to be able to flow into each and every single role, especially if you're an entrepreneur, especially if you're gaining more and more responsibility at your company. Like, you have to wear more and more hats. You have to fill more and more roles, and the ability to do everything, the ability to be rigid when you need to and loose when you have to, like, it's such a skill, and it's such a thing, and it's so important that this is the 48th law, because every single law leads up to this. Every single law is basically, you have to either use it or not use it, and you have to learn how to use this. But being formless, being able to adapt to every scenario, is probably the most important skill that you can have. Like, you got to be Bear Grylls out here. You got to be able to do it all. You got to be able to do whatever is put in front of you, and it's all about understanding each and every situation, understanding the kind of people you're dealing with, understand how sensitive their egos are, understand how your actions come off, understand how certain tones, certain jokes, certain things you do will affect these people, and are they going to enjoy it, or are they going to have a negative opinion of you? Are they going to stab you in the back? Are they going to report you to HR? Are they going to do all of these things? And it's like, being formless, especially in the nowadays time, is so important, because, like, think, if you exist in the corporate sphere, you literally have to bite your tongue with everything. Like, no matter what your political beliefs are, you're going to offend somebody, you're going to get reported, you're going to get in trouble, and you need to, I don't know what just happened. You need to know when to be rigid, when to be tough, when to get on somebody when they're not doing something. You need to know when to support them. You need to do all of these things, because we live in such a fake world, and this fake world has so many rules and so many things that could come back to bite you. And it's all about understanding the situation, understanding it fully, and adapting to it, using the scenario, using the circumstances, using everything that you've learned and everything that you know to apply yourself into the scenario and take control of it. Because I've said it before many times, but this book is not about manipulation. This book is not about getting over on somebody. This book is about, this book is literally for the people who have constantly got passed over for opportunities, who have constantly been manipulated, who have been the victims of manipulative people and Machiavellian people, and it's to teach them the rules that can help them remove this vice. Like, the ability to just masterfully go through life and be able to avoid all of these games, all of these tactics, all of these weak egoed people, these people who, you outshine the master, like the first law, and they come back and they stab you in the back, and they don't promote you, they do all these things. Like, this book is designed for the people who don't get what they deserve based off their work because of other people's insecurities. And it's something that I think we need to apply into our lives more and more, because even in my short life, I've experienced this pretty much on a daily basis. Like, you go into the wrong group of friends and you tell a joke and you're funnier than the funny guy, he gets mad. You go into the wrong group and you make plans, well, the guy that makes plans, he doesn't like you either. It's just like, every scenario there's something that you have to deal with. Every scenario there's something that you have to address. And if you just go through life willy-nilly and you don't fixate on these things and you don't understand these things, like, you're leaving a lot of your life up to chance. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, if you want to make the most of yourself, you might want to consider doing these things. You might want to consider learning these laws. And it all comes back to the 48th law. Be formless. Be able to adapt to every scenario. Be able to apply the other 47 laws and use them to your benefit. Use them to push your career ahead. Use them to establish yourself, and then you can start being that righteous leader. Then you can start building that community, that company, that it's all about the meritocracy. But until we establish ourselves, it's going to be too hard to get to these things, these positions where we can just act and be ourselves. So keep this in mind. I love this book. Robert Greene is one of my favorite authors. He has a bunch of other books. I've already started going through the Laws of Human Nature. I'm going to start going through the the 33 Strategies of War. I've gone through a few chapters of Mastery. I might pick up his other books. I can't think of what they are. The Art of Seduction, that's another one I want to go through, but there's more to come. Don't worry. I'm also going to have an editor put all of the parts together, so you won't be starved for content, because that'll be a few hours at least. And yeah, thank you each and every one of you who have watched all of these videos. It's crazy to see, and it's crazy to just think that people want to hear me talk about, my interest, which is just reading books. And I can't wait to see where this goes, and I just want to say thanks. I'll leave a link to this book in the description. If you want to get in contact with me, go ahead and check out my Discord link. That link will be in the description of the video. Thank you guys so much. It's awesome. I just can't wait to share more and more of my books with you guys, and it's all a journey, and we learn each day, and hopefully I teach you a few things. That's basically my overall goal. But yeah, see you guys.